I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. Crypto Pioneers, I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. Today we have a very special treat. We have the man, the myth, the legend, DM Logic on the show.
What up, CKJ?
Good morning, good morning. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. How you doing, buddy?
Life, ever since I found Ripple, life has been amazing.
Yeah.
I've been smiling every day like this.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Especially when you do all the right research. I mean, you can tell. I mean, this is like a no-brainer.
I know it. I'm on board, man.
Yeah, me too, big time. Well, first thing first is actually I really enjoy your content. To be honest, I noticed your channel, as far as on the crypto side, is fairly new. But actually,
Hmm.
I'm like, wow, like your channel's actually really picked up a lot of momentum. The Ripple community has actually embraced you wholeheartedly, and
Hmm.
I can honestly see why, because you actually really do have a fresh take, and you actually do have like a different way of looking at things. And I watched all your videos, and
Cool.
basically, you really do open up people's eyes as far as a different way to look at things, and uh, and not
Thank
to
you.
mention, you seem like you're very humble and like just a trustworthy guy for some. I trust you. uh,
That works in business too. That's been working well for me in business.
yes, I was thinking the same exact thing actually, because I heard in one of your videos you said you do like and I'm not trying to get in your personal life, but yeah, I do hear you say you do estimates and stuff.
Yeah,
And I said,
that's
man,
what I do all day long, and that's what I got to do. People need to trust you, you know. And look, I'm not saying it's a shtick of some sort. It's not. I just go in and try to be myself. And I guess there's a lot of untrustworthy individuals out there doing the business I do, which
yeah.
is I'm in the radon business. So must be a lot of untrustworthy individuals. So if somebody halfway honest shows up, suddenly they trust you very quickly. So
Actually, yeah, it reminded me of a saying I thought of when I thought of you. I don't know if I should repeat it. I said, you know how most people, you meet them in the first 2 minutes and sometimes they rub you the wrong way. I
yeah.
said, I said in the first 2 minutes of seeing your video, you rubbed me the right way.
We'll leave that one right there. I'm not going
Yeah,
to get
that's for
into that one
sure. I
anymore.
shouldn't even repeat it that one, but we're gonna go. This is live. Uh, first thing first is, how did you come up with the name DM Logic? And is there a meaning behind that? And as far as actually deciding to create a crypto channel.
Well, the funny part about that is I had no intention of creating a crypto channel. Um, I had my channel, which was my name, DM, and then my last name, which is one letter off of Logic. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I put out that first video genuinely just because I felt like I had something to say to the XRP community that I didn't feel like was being said.
Okay.
And that's why I made that video. And that's the only reason I made it. And I expected to make one video and go back to my normal life. And then I got such a good response from that video. And part of that good response was Jungle Inc. saw the video, picked up on it, and made one of his videos the next morning after I posted this video. I wake up and Jungle Inc. made a video with me in the title. And I'm like,
Oh.
what the heck is going on? I had like 800 followers suddenly, and I'm saying to my daughter, Emma, somebody made a video of me, you know.
uh,
So anyway, so I instantly changed my screen name from my real name
uh,
to DM Logic. So, um, I've had a lifelong love affair with Logic, and trying to chase it down and understand it and apply it. And
wow.
it's just a big part of my personality. So it just made a lot of sense that if I was gonna, I thought to myself, this thing could actually go somewhere. I'm not meaning for it to, but it might. So I just immediately made that change.
Wow. Well, I can definitely say from the support you have gained from the community, I definitely believe your channel is going to go somewhere.
Thank you, sir.
And I actually, believe it or not, I really think, not to jump around a little bit, but I think the crypto community is in store for a real treat, especially after the video you did the other day, when,
Yeah.
like, you know, fuck, I'll jump into it. Basically, like, that video caught me off guard. I was really surprised. And I was like overwhelmed. Like, hats off to you. Like, I say you took a chance by, basically doing a video as a whole new character, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was funny as hell. Everybody loved it, and they're actually begging for more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
How,
it's possible there's more coming. The I'll be a little reserved about what might be coming, but I will tell you that I've got to watch that character because he does have the potential to permanently embarrass me. So he has a mind of his own, and there's lots of things he would do that I might not want to do. So we'll see what happens. But I think I'm not going to tease it any more than that. But I have some plans for him.
Well, I think actually now that you put it that way, that the character does have a mind of its own, and I think the crypto community can vouch for that because it was in such depth. I mean, to be honest, I for a few minutes I didn't even know it was you. I was like, hold on, is that him? So pretty much, you know, you gave him heads up. I think you have leeway to, you know, express yourself freely with that character, and it won't reflect DM logic.
All right, all right.
Alrighty. So okay, on to the next thing. Is hopefully I want to get that guy on the show. But anyway.
Yeah. Maybe after a couple more videos, you could have him.
That would be sweet. Okay. You know, I was really going through all your videos, and actually, one more thing is I went all the way back to the beginning of your videos, and I found something else that was really interesting. I'm not sure if people know this, but I'm not sure if you used to have a band, or because it's the Steelers theme song. You created a play season football Steelers.
Yeah.
We love the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you're playing the drums, and you're playing the guitar. So did you have a musical background, or how did you create that?
Yeah, I started writing songs when I was probably 13, and I'm 48 now, so I've been doing it for 35 years. And I wrote that song back in the mid-90s.
Wow.
And didn't ever really do much with it. And then last season, I just thought, you know, I found that software, that acapella software, where you can do everything, you know, on one video. And I thought, I'm just going to do this for the heck of it. And we have another one, too. We have a country song I wrote years ago for the Steelers that actually had like, I don't know, 200-some thousand views on YouTube.
Whoa.
Yeah, it went pretty good.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's something I've done for years. I don't do it a whole bunch anymore. I got other pursuits at the moment, but you know, there might be a meshing in the future of that character and some music. So I'll leave it there.
Exactly. Well, I'm telling you, I think we would love to see that video on this channel. And believe it or not, I think that's exactly what the crypto community needed, especially at a time, you know, I hate even mentioning these words, but when the market is down.
Yeah.
You know, people do take it seriously to heart. And I think that comedy in the one video you did was actually like a fix with the Ripple community needed it at that time to laugh and to feel better, to say, hey, we can invest, we can have fun, and we still can have fun at the same time.
Yeah, this is a balance I would really like to strike with my channel. So I have a long history of doing things to entertain, whether music or whatever, acting or, you know, stuff like that. But so usually you're one or the other. Like, people don't take you seriously, plus you can be a clown. Like, usually it's one or the other. But if you can strike a balance where you're a clown and people take you seriously, now you really got something. So that's sort of where I'm headed with the channel in the future. I mean, I don't want to walk around being a clown all the time, but if I think it's something that I think is funny, I want to be able to do it and then come back on with a serious video the next day and people still take me seriously. If I could do that, I'd be in heaven, you know?
Well, guess what? You're in heaven because the community has already embraced both characters and we're hungry for more.
Cool, man. Thanks.
All right, I'm not going to badger you about that character no more, but I fell in love with it myself so quick, you know. But basically, you know, let's talk about Ripple.
Yes, sir.
The elephant in the room. I think we all can agree that we really, really love Ripple. You know, out of like 1,000 different cryptocurrencies or digital assets on CoinMarket, you know, what was it that draws you? Oh, I love the shirt.
Oh, thank you, sir. Alex Cobb's store.
Oh, Alex Cobb's store. Oh,
yeah. You should all go there, but only until me and CKJ open our stores. Then you shouldn't go there anymore.
Yeah, shout out to Alex Cobb, that's for sure. He came on the show, and now we got DM Logic.
Hey, seriously, too. This shirt is nice. I'm not even kidding. Like when you buy t-shirts online, sometimes they're rough or they're just weird, whatever. They fit funny. This is one of the best t-shirts I've ever had, honestly. It just fits perfectly. It's super soft. It's a nice shirt.
Wow, okay. Super soft Ripple shirt. I like that. So we can expect a store coming soon from DM Logic.
I don't know about soon, but I am trying to work something out. I want to get some unique stuff on there. So, unleash the creativity on some unique items.
I'm telling you, I'll be honest, man. You really have me excited. Just like far as like to what to expect from you out of the future. I mean, I'm excited to see what comes where DM Logic takes us.
Well, I hope I don't let anyone down. Don't expect too much. Have a real low expectation so I can exceed it easily.
So, okay, my base question is out of all the cryptocurrencies, when you found Ripple, what was it about Ripple that said, okay, this is the one I'm going to talk about versus the other ones?
Well, I heard about it back in, during the run-up, I heard about it. But at the time, to me, it was just one of another 1,500 cryptos that were out there.
Okay.
And quite honestly, so I was in the software industry for 20 years.
Okay.
And so I obviously, I don't know if it's obvious, but I did pay attention to anything technology oriented. I always did. And so obviously I knew about Bitcoin for a long time, but I also followed a lot of financial people. Okay. And the financial people that I followed, like talking about global economics, that's been a real interest of mine for years.
Okay.
The financial people I followed kept talking about crypto and Bitcoin as a bubble. That's the only way they ever talked about it. There was no weight put in it about the revolutionary technology of blockchain, only in terms of this crypto stuff is a bubble and it's built on nothing and there's no way it can last. So I never knew there was anything underlying the technology that was actually of value. I didn't realize that. And so when I first heard about Ripple, that's where my mind went. I just immediately assumed, well, here's another one. This just has nothing underneath it.
Okay.
And you know what the first thing was? Dang it, I didn't even think of this. The first thing was I decided to investigate Ripple a little bit, okay?
Okay.
And I was browsing YouTube. And I saw Alex Cobb's little video on the right side there. And I thought to myself, who is this young punk who thinks he has something to say about Ripple? And so I honestly watched it expecting to like laugh at like a young kid thinking he trying to talk like an expert, like a lot of young people do on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I watched it, for entertainment. And 5 minutes into it, I was like, holy crap, Alex Cobb is a genius. Like this dude actually knows what he's talking about. He studied this stuff out and he knew what he was talking about. That really tripped it for me. And I was like, crap, there is something about Ripple. Then he started bringing up, from the video I watched, he started bringing up, I guess I watched some more videos after that, because that was probably February. And then I saw some other videos with him talking about Bearable Guy. And I was like, what is this stuff? Now there's a mystery also embedded within the whole Ripple universe. And I was like, wow, this is too much. So I just got drawn in like that. And then the more I studied it out, just like you and everybody else, the more you see the utility there is in it. And you realize what problem they're solving.
Exactly.
And you go, holy crow, this is a gargantuan problem they're solving with this software, with this technology. And then I was hooked.
I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000% myself. It's like I was hooked on Ripple like maybe like the first 2 or 3 lines when they said they're basically replacing a 40-year-old system. I was like, 40 years, the system hasn't been updated and this technology is going to do that? I was like, hold on, this is a no-brainer. And the thing about Alex Cobb too, shout out to him again. Like, that little guy, he retains the hell out of information.
No kidding, he does.
Yeah. So.
I'm talking about I'm going to start doing a live stream once a week, and my reason for doing it is, I hear from people, I'm sure you do too, from all over the world. from Denmark and Holland, the Netherlands, from Germany, from France, everywhere. I mean, from South America and all this stuff. I love other cultures. I love people from other cultures. I
Oh yeah.
love talking to them. But so I want to do a live stream so I can connect with these people. But I'm going to make a rule. Don't get into the minute details with me, because I'm not a minute detail guy. I'm a high level guy.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
a you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about big plans and the way big ships move. I'm not into the details of how the motor works in the big
Yeah.
ship. That's Alex Cobb. That's you, because of the research you do. That's some other people like Susie and things like that get into the finite details. That's not me. I'm a high level thinker.
Well, I agree with you 1,000%. I mean, I don't think that's really. I like to do like research as far as finding the partnerships and following the
Yeah,
money and who's really with who and what's really
I
going
love that
on.
stuff.
But far
I
as
love
like,
that stuff. When you're doing the research, I love that stuff.
oh,
I,
thank you. I really appreciate it. That's for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, the farther we dig in Ripple, it's like the happier I get every day.
yeah.
Believe it or not, it's like it's hard to believe that like a FUD article. And I don't want to discuss any FUD that came out last 2 days because we don't discuss FUD on CKJ. All positive news only. But it's
Yeah.
like when FUD comes out, people really get frantic. It's like, I guess my question on this is, why do you think that one day we can say, okay, we know it's black and white that Ripple's partner with everybody. We know this technology is going to be used, and then one bad thing come out and people just fall apart. Why is that? You think?
We are emotional beings, aren't
Okay.
we? We are. I mean, and lots of people. Well, depending on what you're talking about, or what age range you're talking about, I genuinely think we've largely lost our ability to reason. And I
Ah.
think we genuinely react mostly based on our emotions. Do I like this thing? Does it make me feel good? Or do I not like it because it doesn't make me feel good? And there's no further evaluation of those things except for the emotional side. And so people hear information logically that makes a lot of sense, but the second that emotion hits them, that emotion of fear, oh crap, the price went down 3 cents, all that stuff just goes right out the window. This is in large part, honestly, if there's anything that can explain how I went, within a month, to the number of subscribers I have and a lot of people that seem to be interested in my channel, aside from Jungle Inc. throwing me out there a couple times and helping me, if there's anything that makes them stay and be interested, I think it's that. Because I continually bring a message of calm and reason
Yes.
and relax.
Yes.
Yes, I know the emotions that you're feeling right now, but
Okay.
all that logical stuff that made you like Ripple is
Uh,
still there. It's all
exactly.
there still. So let's relax a little bit and bring ourselves down, just come
Yeah.
down a little bit. Sit on your porch, enjoy some coffee, and remember all the reasons why you got involved to begin with.
I'm telling you, I'm truly honored that you would come on the show. You actually really opened my eyes some more. It's like you really truly do bring logic to the Ripple community, and that's what
Thank you,
makes you
sir.
amazing. That's for sure. Like yeah, the other day when they were saying like the market, like people started making thumbnails and they're titled "The market's crashing" and "Bloody crypto." I'm like what happened?
Yeah.
And I go on there and Ripple went down 5 cents, and I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I thought like
It's
something like happened enormous. I was like, oh no,
yeah.
this is the way the market goes, up and down.
That's the funny thing is, any of this stuff that has come out so far that's caused people to freak out, there has been no substantive negative news about Ripple for months. For months,
Yeah.
nothing. The last thing I think that probably came out was where people were concerned about the XRP that the founders hold,
Uh,
and once they stuck that in escrow, I don't know of anything negative news-wise that's come out about them since. Yet people continually hear, like you said, FUD, and they just start, running around with their hair on fire because of it. Oh, meanwhile, there's just good news after good news after good news after new partnership
yeah.
after new, companies that are spinning off. It's crazy what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. I can tell you, to be honest, I'm like more confident in Ripple. I get more and more confident every day in Ripple. I mean, I don't know if I can get any more confident in Ripple being far as being utilized and having real use case and all. I did notice you had a video that basically says one of your videos is you have 3 predictions for Ripple and XRP.
Right.
You know, people like sometimes feel awkward about making predictions, but you know, from all the research you've done, you know, can you share maybe a few predictions you see for XRP and Ripple in the future? You know, where we're going, where we're headed, maybe some use cases.
Sure. So those 3 predictions, the whole video spells out. 2 of those predictions are really somebody else's predictions. Only one of them was mine. And so, and I can add another to my predictions now, but the first one was that the CEO of SBI had retweeted something saying that the price of XRP would go up to $10 by the end of year as a result of SBI opening up the markets to institutional investment.
Okay.
So that was one prediction that I went into a number of reasons why I absolutely agreed with that prediction. So that's one thing that I would say is I really think by the end of the year, assuming this is correct, that Brad Garlinghouse said that that XRP is going to start being used in real world workflows through the XRapid software once it's finally released.
Of course.
If that happens, then yes, I think that we're at $10 by the end of the year. Another prediction was a Brad Garlinghouse prediction. It was exactly that it was going to be used in these workflows this year, and he predicted dozens of companies and institutions next year. And then I talked about a bunch of reasons why I thought that had to be accurate, okay? My prediction was we were going to, over the next year, see, I said at the time, conservatively, a 15-point swing in Bitcoin dominance to Ripple dominance in the overall market. So Bitcoin dominance was at 38% back when I made that video. I said that I believed that that would drop by at least 7 or 8% over the next year, down to 31 or 30%, and that Ripple would go from about 8% to about 15 over the next year. So you'd experience a 15% swing in Bitcoin to Ripple dominance. After I made that, I thought about it a little bit more, and I thought, you know what, if they're in 36 different institutions or more by next year at this time, it could be a bigger swing than that. So that was my last prediction in the video, but I'll add one right now.
Okay. Hold on.
I don't know that this is mine.
I don't know
this is mine. I thought of this, and then I saw this other places, and I thought, well, did I read this or see this out of my peripheral vision somewhere else, or did I think of this? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I think within the next year, it's possible, maybe not year, I'll say within the next 2 years, I think rippling money is going to be a household phrase. I think people are going to start talking about how they rippled money to their grandma, or they rippled money to their kid at school. I think it's going to become a verb in the next 2 years.
Okay. I can agree with you 1,000%, and I think that you heard it here first from the himself. I don't remember seeing it.
Breaking news! You're breaking news here on the CKJ Crypto Show.
Breaking news. Yeah, because I don't recall that one. So you know, I do.
Right.
You know, I did come across a video I just did the other day. Basically, it says that the Federal Reserve wants to implement, you know, cross-border payments and Ripple technology by 2020.
I saw that.
Yeah. So you know, I think we're gonna really start picking up a lot of momentum really, really soon here. I mean, we already have, but
yeah,
I think they're gonna have to show more of their they're gonna have to show their hand more than they have in the past.
Exactly. Well, that happens within short order after XRapid is released, and I know I hit on this a lot in my videos. I was in software testing for 20 years. I think a lot of people don't understand that XRapid can be used by companies right now, but it's not a released product. It's in the test phase. So they're only doing small workflows through it. They're just doing proof of concept and then maybe a little bit beyond that just to make sure that the software is going to work for them. They're testing it right now. When it gets released, that's when companies can actually start to adopt it and use it. And once that happens, the floodgates open as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with you 1,000%. I agree with you 1,000%. I think that's a lot of time why we see like a lot of you know, partnerships and other than the United States, because they have legally they can do more things. I think right now our hands are tied legally with our U.S. institutions versus
Yeah.
just saying, "Oh, we're using it, it's amazing."
Right.
Nobody
Well,
wants to get in trouble.
yeah, I know, right. Well, even beyond the bureaucracy, which will certainly slow down any process, these things are major, major global financial institutions that they're talking to.
uh,
These things, these institutions are depended upon by people everywhere for financial stability. They really can't come out and just start throwing out ideas they have about how they might change the whole paradigm,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
They have to move very, very slowly. This is a major ship that's going to turn real, real slowly, you know? So just knowing that they're involved with talks with 40 to 50 central banks should be enough to get you excited about
Exactly.
what's going on. Because first, they're not even letting them in the door if they haven't been fully vetted and they don't know that they are a real business
Okay.
offering real solutions. They don't even get in the door. Secondly, they're not going to be announcing stuff on a daily basis. This is all going to happen behind closed doors. And
Exactly.
suddenly one day it's going to be like, bam, they're working with 50 central banks.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you 1,000%. One thing I was reading also is basically, you know, I can't recall off what hand, Ripple was actually started, maybe 15, 14. But I read back as far as, they started laying the groundwork for this in 2013. And,
Yeah.
more and more partnerships, 14, 15, and, the committee by the Federal Reserve in 2015, 16, 17. I think as of right now, we're going to start seeing that ship turn a little bit faster.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, no, when X Rapid is released in particular, I mean, yeah, Brad Garlinghouse has said many times in interviews that they've been in the first and second innings of a long game.
okay.
And those innings are progressing now. And as the innings progress, I think the time speeds up. And I think exactly like you said, things start happening a little bit faster in the later innings.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with the price right now of Ripple, like on what 50 cents a share, that's like mind blowing. It's amazing.
I know.
It's like,
Yeah. I I like how you just called it a share,
uh,
because I continually think of cryptocurrencies like stocks. I mean,
yeah,
like, and I don't know why they're not. They're very much like stocks in my mind, which I have some history with at least. But yeah, that's the way I think of them too. I feel like I bought shares
yeah.
in Ripple ultimately. I mean, even though it's not, that's what it feels like to me. But
I agree with you 1,000%. I think I read something somewhere that this new way. We're not financial advisors, but I think this new way of investing, and getting a piece of the company. I read something like stocks companies are basically maybe thinking about this aspect of investing as far
wow,
as where it's like you said. I look at it the same way, to be honest.
yeah,
If I invest,
yeah.
I feel like I own a piece of Ripple. I love that shirt. I love that
I'm
shirt.
gonna get you one. I'm gonna get your address offline. I'm gonna send you one.
No, no, no. You coming on the show is like you have done more than enough. I'm like so happy. I really, really appreciate that. That's for sure.
I appreciate the invite.
All right. Well, we're gonna wind down. Maybe one or two more questions, really quick. You know, what are the goals? Do you see? You're not getting pulled over, are you?
No, it isn't. No, I'm sitting still. I'm in
I
a
see.
park somewhere.
Oh, I see some
This
flashing
is
lights.
actually sort of a seedy park, apparently in Pittsburgh. So we might see some interesting activity here in the background. I don't know.
You actually, you actually live really close to me. I live by Philadelphia and Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania and all
Oh, all
that.
right.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm probably like maybe in 2 hours from you, if that. But my
Really?
question is, like I said, the Ripple community loves you. That's why I was like so excited about getting you on the show. Your videos do really well. Uh oh. Uh oh. Please don't lose you. Oh, okay, good. I didn't lose you there. For a second, I thought I lost you.
Hold on one second. What in the world? I
I
guess my do not disturb.
Well, I guess for the sake of the interview, I don't want to lose the interview or mess it up. We'll wind it down to maybe the last two questions. One of my last questions is: where do you see? Where would you like your channel to go? Like far as bringing information to the community, like where do you see for the future of DM Logic and your channel?
Honestly, I just hope to be able to diversify a little bit. I mean, you saw a little bit of that the other day that we talked about. I want to be able to do a variety of different things. One of the things I've been talking about doing is a live stream. And so I think I'm going to start doing that once a week,
Okay.
as well as the semi-regular videos that I do. And then every once in a while, whether it's music oriented or character oriented, probably something else will come back up.
Okay.
So that's mainly what I do. I want to diversify it and continue to be in, the second I stop feeling some sort of a need that I think exists in the Ripple universe, the second I stop filling that need, I'll just go back to my life. I'm genuinely not somebody who's in desperate need of anything.
Okay.
I've been an influencer of people. At least I've attempted to do that for a long time. And this is a platform to influence the way people think. And in this instance, to help calm them down in a lot of ways and to help them relax in a lot of ways and maybe even to laugh a little bit where they wouldn't have. So I just love that opportunity to influence. So the second I lose that, I'll go my merry way. But up until then, I'm going to do what I can to expand the channel and make people want to keep watching. So.
Wow. Yeah. Influence. Well, I guess this will be my last question. It's kind of like cut question / comment. It's basically, as far as influence, one thing I noticed that you say on your channel that actually really touched my heart is because people don't realize. Actually, I think people do realize when you find Ripple and you find cryptocurrencies, there's something about this whole process that becomes very addicting. As far as maybe
Yeah.
checking the market every day, checking the prices, checking the news. One thing you always say is make sure that you find time for your family. I notice you're a family man. You have kids, and
Yes, sir.
and I took that question. I took that statement to heart because I'll be honest. I make videos every day. I study. I read. Like people don't realize how much this crypto and being an influencer, creator, YouTube actually consumes your life.
Yeah.
It becomes almost priority over everything. How do you find the
Right.
balance between your crypto life, your work life, your family life, and how do you find that balance there? And what do you recommend for me to find that balance more myself?
Well, currently, I'll tell you, I keep this side of my life hidden from my family mostly, unless I'm at home, like looking at comments and reading them to one of my kids because they're interested in it now. They want to see the good comments are coming in about the channel. Unless I'm sharing it with them in some way, I try to keep it hidden. I get up early in the morning, do my videos in my van while I'm at work during the day, and then when I come home at night, I mean, quite honestly, at times I find myself checking, and I got to set down the phone. But this, like for instance, this weekend, tomorrow we're going camping together, and I've already decided Ripple or XRP could go up to $45 over the weekend, and I'm not making a video. I am done until Monday as of Friday evening. And so I guess it's just setting those parameters like that. And, I have kids that are eager for attention, and they remind me real quick when I'm not giving it to them. And so, and I'm very responsive to that just for a variety of reasons. That's extremely important to me to do that. And so, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. And, as far as anybody else keeping the balance, it's a discipline that you got to force on yourself at times because you will not want to a lot of the time. Okay. In fact, I feel compelled at times, like, dang it, I got to look at just one more video, just one more article. I got to check Twitter again. I feel compelled like it's a need. And it's just reminding myself, no, it's actually not a need. Like your life is something entirely different from this thing. This is a construct you've created.
Yeah.
And so it's just reminding myself of that and then forcing myself to be disciplined with it.
Okay.
It's not fun to do it. It's not easy to do it. It's just something you have to do.
Yeah, I'll tell you, to be honest, it's like you said, and I'll predict this first, how you're saying, I'm going to just live stream once a week, and I'm telling you, then it's going to be twice a week, and three, because the thing is, believe it or not, shout out to the Ripple community. Like you said, we meet so many people from around the world, like Poland and Walski and Poland, and people from Australia. They're really supportive in Australia. Shout out to Australia. Like, it's amazing the people you meet in all walks of life that just come together, and we're all believe in one cause.
Yep.
It's amazing. I love it. It's
Yeah, it's super. You know what the best part of this is, and that speaks to it. This supersedes all the normal crap that usually divides us. So
uh,
we all have this one goal, right? And this one thing that we believe in and we're headed for. I never asked anybody online what their political beliefs are, what their religious beliefs are. I could care less.
yes.
We've all got one thing in mind, and that's all that matters in this cryptosphere. In regard to Ripple, for us, that's all that matters to me, is this one goal, and all the other stuff is just so completely unimportant. I love that. I love that.
I agree with you so much. I agree with you 1,000%. Well, I like to really thank you big time for letting me step into your, what did you say, Rippletonia?
Rippletopia. This is
Oh,
the
Rippletopia.
utopia brought about by Ripple.
I love that. I love that, Rippletopia. Okay, crypto pioneers, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to today's show. I highly recommend that you check out DM Logic's channel. He brings true logic to the crypto Ripple world. He's a must see. He's a must see. I mean, the way he delivers his take on Ripple is a must see every day. Please subscribe to his channel, support it, reshare the videos, all the steps, all the steps. I'd like to thank you big time, DM Logic. You're the man. I really appreciate you coming by for the show.
I absolutely appreciate the invite, and I'll tell you what, once I finally get set up to do interviews myself, will you return the favor and come back on mine?
Oh, that would be amazing. I actually thought of that. I was like, one day somebody's going to ask me to do their show.
I'll try to get it set up as quickly as I can, and I'll have you on my show so we can get into CKJ and what makes him tick.
Well, one more thing I want to add. I always like to, after I put the video up, I like to tell the Ripple community to, if they have any questions, put them in the bottom, and then maybe we can do like another video where we answer questions on this video. Or, like
Yes.
I said, I'm looking forward to having your alter ego or your friend from on the show also.
Yeah, DM Illogic.
Oh man, you're a great dude, man. Much love to you. Much love to your family. They got a great father, I know. You're like,
Thank you, sir.
you're a great addition to the Ripple community.
Thank you. You as well. I look forward to talking to you again.
All right, thanks you big time. Let me.
Thank you, everybody out there. By the way, everybody who has subscribed, who has liked, who watched the videos and said nice things. Hey, thank you even to the haters. I don't know if you know it, but every time you comment, you make my ratings go up in YouTube. So keep doing it. I appreciate it.
Oh man, so much logic to you. You're a great dude. That's for sure. Let me say.